checked out on hsn.com. All right, so continuing on with laundry. One of the most important things in laundry, obviously, is your washer and dryer. You know, you use those, a lot of people use them every single day. And maintaining those very expensive purchases is important. Problem is, most people don't do it, right? You probably just empty the little filter screen, the little lint screen that's inside the dryer, and you think you're done. Problem is a lot of stuff lives inside the dryer. And we're gonna give you a set of brushes from the world famous Fuller Brush Company. John Florell is here. So not only are we gonna take care of your dryer, these things have 1,000 that we've counted different uses. It's a two-piece set of brushes, and this is going to enable you to not only clean up around your house, but get in the nether regions where lint and dangerous debris live, John Florell.
Look at this. It reaches down, snakes down through the ductwork of your dryer, and it pulls out all of that unwanted lint that builds up inside of our dryers. And listen, we've all, you know, you pull that screen out, right? And we've all got these, whether it's a top, you know, screen like this, or maybe it's down in the door.
Right.
When you pull that screen out, we pull the lint off of the lint trap, but you can see lint that's stuck down inside of your dryer. And Guy, did you know that there's over 16,000 house fires every year caused by dryers? By
dryers.
And the reason most of the time is because there's too much lint that's built up inside of your dryer.
Yeah.
This stuff is like kindling. You know, and I'll tell you what, the dryer gets so hot, and especially these new dryers, but here's the thing. I mean, we pulled out almost a sweater. Look at that. But the thing about this is, it's a 27.5-inch long brush. Fuller Brush has been making brushes since 1906, okay? Yeah. We know bristles better than anybody. These bristles are lint-grabbing bristles, and I want you to see that this forms and shapes, okay? I'm gonna run between my fingers here. It gets into the tiniest nooks and crannies, and look at this. All you do is slide it down inside your vent. It snakes down through the inside of the ductwork, and it pulls out all of that unwanted lint that's built up on the inside of your dryer. Now, you get a two-piece set, okay? And the longer brush in the set is for your vent. That's the part that goes outside of your house.
The hose, right.
We've got a wall over here. Let's walk over here, because this one is very important, because you want to keep this vent clean. The inside of your house, there's a hose. This is what it looks like on the outside. It probably has a flap like this, okay? There's a little metal flap underneath here. Or you might have one like this with the 3 flaps on the outside. If these flaps get stuck open by lint, it lets cold air in the wintertime. It lets hot air in the summertime. But it's not just the air. It's the rats and the mice and the bugs and the birds, and you wouldn't believe what makes nests in that lint inside. Now, if you don't know where this vent is on the outside of the house, just walk around the house and look for all the lint on the ground, okay? Because that's usually what happens.
Exactly right.
With this long brush, okay, it's over 30 inches long, what you're gonna do is lift up that little flapper on the inside. That'll snake down through the hose on the inside of your dryer. Give it a couple of twists like this on the way out, and it grabs all that unwanted lint that's built up inside there. Think about your dryer vent as an artery in your body, okay? If you know anybody with like high cholesterol, what is that? What is it? It's clogged arteries.
That's a blockage.
It's a blockage. You want to keep that air flowing through there. First of all, for the fire safety. Second of all, and you know, well, that's the most important, but the second of all, you want to make sure that that lint is out of your dryer vent, because it helps your dryer work better. If you're noticing that your clothes dryer takes 2 or 3 cycles to dry your jeans or your towels, it's probably not the heating element inside your dryer. It's probably because there's too much lint built up inside the lint trap.
I went outside at my house, John, and this was blocked. There was so much lint on this, and the reason I found out is exactly what you just said. My clothes wouldn't dry. Because you were not getting any circulation of air. The air was, the wet air was staying in the dryer. It wasn't being removed. And I did the exact thing. I got these, and by the way, I used them on as many things. I probably use them on more stuff than just my dryer than I do on the dryer itself. That thing right there to get cobwebs off your ceiling.
It's great. Or around the lights on the outside of your house. Because it's that long, flexible wand, okay, this flexes, it snakes through just about any exhaust vent that you have. But you can also use them around the house, and I think we've got some video of places that you'll love it. I use this one for the downspouts on the house that get clogged up with the leaves and the sticks.
Yep.
But here's that dryer vent. Like I said, it's like an artery. You want to keep that clean.
Some people have that in the front, like that, right, John?
Yep, yep. And that's a front-loading dryer with that front-loading vent.
That's where my vent is,
Yep. And those are the newer dryers. And full disclosure, I literally just had a brand new washer and dryer delivered yesterday, okay, to my house.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, when I pulled the old dryer out and unhooked it, you wouldn't believe what's like down underneath your dryer, okay? My vents were clean because I use the brushes all the time. In fact, I use the exact same hose that came off my old dryer on my new dryer because it was like brand new because I could use the vent brush. But underneath the dryer, you wouldn't believe what was under there. But look at this. Now with this brush, you can reach up underneath.
I lost. That sock from 1988.
Go underneath your refrigerator. Go, underneath your washer and dryer.
Money? Is that cash?
Yeah, that's laundry money right there.
What the heck?
Look, in between your washer and dryer, all
that's
those
where the
places
sock
that you
goes
really
in between.
can't reach. And who wants to move a big, heavy, couple 100-pound washing machine just to clean underneath? Now you can do that with the dryer brush. But it is designed to clean out the inside of your dryer. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that dryer, the lint screen out, the long 27.5-inch brush with that flexible wand,
give it a twist,
reaches down inside your dryer, grabs that lint that's built up on the inside, and pulls it out of there. Look at, there's still more down in there.
You know what's amazing too, John, and you know, John's an outdoorsy kind of guy like me. Let me tell you something. If you were stranded out in the middle of nowhere and you had to light a fire, this would be the stuff you would want to use to light. It is so flammable because what this is, first of all, they're fibers that have been heated. So they're already they're liable to light really quickly, but they are mostly little cotton and plastic fibers. They go up like gasoline.
It's pieces of your clothing, and it's also hair and anything else that's on your clothing.
That's why we have the fires.
Yep, that's exactly right. Over 16,000 house fires caused every year by dryers. So, and it doesn't matter what type of dryer you have, okay? If you've got the older style that has the front load like this, or the new ones with the little slot, you pulled out the lint screen, okay? Of course, we clean that out every time. But because of this long 27.5-inch design, you can reach down inside your dryer. It grabs that unwanted lint. Look at that. It lifts it up to where you can reach it. I've had people tell me before, look at all that lint in there. I've had people tell me before that they've used coat hangers because when you see that lint that's down in there and you can't get your hand to reach, it's like having that itch in the middle of your back that you can't reach to scratch. I'll tell you, with this brush, now instead of using a coat hanger or a yardstick with a piece of tape wrapped around the end of it to try and get it out, now it reaches down in there, and with those special bristles, you can see how those bristles grab the hair, grab that lint, and pull it up to the surface to where you can get it out of there, and you don't have to worry about it. It's kind of it really is a peace of mind to know that that lint is out of your dryer.
I've actually used that in my in the shower drain too. I've used it in the sink drain. It works in there as well because it's the same size. And you'll go and you'll buy a snake for that. It's the same thing, only you're not getting a fuller. So this'll go, because it compacts down to nothing, it'll go down drains, it'll go down into vents.
You know where
it reaches the places nobody can reach.
Where else I use this, guy, is on the front of your refrigerator. You've got that little panel on the down by the floor. If you take that off, there's a coil. They call it the refrigerator coil. It's underneath most refrigerators. Sometimes it's up on top, sometimes it's in the back. But this squeezes down to such a small area that you can literally use this to clean the dust and hair and things off of your refrigerator coil. So if you clean your refrigerator coil like twice a year, that's all you have to do, it'll keep your refrigerator lasting longer, it'll run better. So like if you're in the middle of the night, you hear your refrigerator kicking on and off, on and off, on and off, it's probably because that coil has so much dust and lint built up on it that you need to remove that and clean it. And ask any refrigeration guy, they'll tell you, you gotta keep that coil clean.
And you know as well as I do, because you just bought one, that your appliances are so expensive, right? They're some of the biggest investments. It's like, you know what's so funny is that the only things in my house that I took the extra warranty on are the appliances because I can't live without them. And I need a guy to come out or a gal to come out and fix that if something happens. It's about maintaining them, and whether it's your dryer, whether it's in between the cracks and crevices, finding that old sock that got left in there, there it is, and everybody has that, or even just cleaning in and around fixtures. What Fuller has done for so long is they've given us this incredible brushes to do all these jobs. You're gonna get 2 brushes. It is on, is that Boreflex today too, Paul? All right, so $6.24. So not only is it going to protect your valuable investment, but again, you got to be careful of fires. When you have lint that's heated and it's stuck in a confined space over time, that's how fires can get started. And once a fire starts and you're not there, and a lot of people put their dryer on when they leave the house.
Yep, they do.
I don't recommend that either, but a lot
Mom
of
used to
people
tell
do.
me all the time when I was a kid, I can remember her saying, listen, before you leave to go to school, make sure that dryer's off. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
Look at this. Even those smaller, even if you have these vents like this, and if they're stuck open, you want to make sure those keep closed. So run the brush through there, pull this back out. It'll clean out all that unwanted lint that's up inside there. And again, remember, your dryer vent is like an artery, okay? And if there's a bunch of lint that's built up on the inside, and I can explain how this happens, a lot of it has to do with the silicone that's in our detergents and in our fabric softeners.
Right.
That leaves a tacky residue on the
like an
inside
oily,
of the vent, and any lint that goes through there just keeps building up and building up and building up, and pretty soon, now you've got a hole that big for the air to flow through. So by using the brush and running it through your vent tube, okay, this will clean that unwanted lint out of there. You can see how those bristles reach right up along the side. They grab that lint, pull it out of there, so you don't have to worry about those, again, over 16,000 house fires caused by dryers every year.
This has always been popular here at HSN, and one of the reasons we keep bringing Fuller back, because this is something everybody needs. You got to keep the things clean. And I also find it actually feels good to get all that crap out of there.
Yes,
You're like, oh my gosh, was that really inside my, and I'm telling you, if you have a dryer, it's living inside there. This is a way to be able to get rid of it. $24.95 on Price Break today and Ford Flex. $6.24. You get both. You get the big, long, skinny one, and you get the one with the incredible reach. Yeah. That is also great for, I'll tell you, just for cobwebs. That's what I use. I use this one for cobwebs when I get them.
Because you can reach all the way up into the corners.
All right, 624-349. John, great job. Thank you so much. Hey, coming up in just a bit, where's Pete Kilcullen? Is he mopping a floor?